on today? Oh my God, hello. Hello. My name is Ellen Woodbridge. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Australia. I'm on the east coast of Australia, about an hour north of Sydney. Beautiful day today, thank God, because we've had a spring heat wave of summer temperatures this week, which hasn't been pleasant, but I have had a lovely morning this morning. A bit of a sad morning, an emotional one. My baby, who is nearly 18, graduated high school today. So all that is left is exams. So, yes, I'm so sorry if you can hear a phone ringing. Someone is trying to ring our home phone for some reason and not leaving a message. But I am busy here with you guys. So thank you so much for joining me. Nicole, loving my imaginary cup of tea. I actually do have my water here. We've had a bit of a chat pre-live today, and she was just getting the kettle going and offered me a cup of tea. Normally I do have a cup of tea most mornings, a lemon and ginger, but today I did not. Hello, Christine. Who have I got? Who have I missed? Because as I said, I had some tech issues. Now, before I go live, I have to state whether I want a horizontal video or a vertical video, and I'm thinking, and I couldn't read the text over the weird screen. So yeah, it took me 2 attempts, but I went into the settings, fixed it, and here I am. So today we are making a special card. It was voted on my Tuesday video that we do a non-Christmas card, and I went, yay! I have a bridal shower tea to go to on Sunday. Hey Bev, how are you? Hello Donna, Christine, Georgiana, and I think that's about everyone so far. So thank you. If you haven't said hi, please make sure you do. So my cousin's bridal shower tea is on Sunday, and for any of you who watched all of my Tuesday video, you know that my mum and I knocked into each other at the shops and we worked out the gift. Now, I did show you in the bag, which was very remiss of me, these tea towels, and it's actually a set of 3 tea towels. And I bought these when I bought, I don't know if you can see them, I've got a whole stack of boxes there for teacher gifts and stuff like that, but today was not the day for teacher gifts at the graduation, but we will go in, and I won't, Owen will go in and do the teacher gifts. So I have 3, and I'll show you, like, they're really pretty, and they weren't that expensive either. So even though they're cutely packaged up, I can show you the patterns. So this is our inspiration today because it goes with the beautiful cheese board. I'm not going to grab the cheese board, but Mum just happened to have the cheese board in her cupboard. So I got the tea towels, Mum got cheese board, or had cheese board, and we're getting a gift voucher as well. These reminded me of Winter Meadow. So I thought we would grab Winter Meadow out and see what we can find in there that will go. Now, I know I have made a wedding card using Winter Meadow, but it works. Sorry, it works. So, oh dear, is the price on that? Yes, the price is on that. Would you believe these 3 tea towels were like $15 for the 3 of them, and which I thought was pretty good, and they're pretty good quality. Nice brand. I don't know if they're a brand anywhere else, but yeah, SGD. I've got an Australian price, a New Zealand price, and SGD. Is that like a Singapore dollar or something? Oh, they are your favorite tea towels. That's good. I'm glad. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Katrina. Hey, Margine. Hey, Christine. So, yes, good. I knew they were a good brand. I've I normally buy mine from Aldi when mine are looking a bit scungy, and I just go, I need new tea towels. Oh, they're on special at Aldi. We'll grab some. Simple person, simple person. So I also grabbed textured floral. I thought that might go really well with the patterns, and I was also going to grab the dies. So that's the journey we're on today. Now, I do not know what sentiment to use for a kitchen tea. So while I was waiting and chatting before I came on live, I was going through my stamp sets. They are, but they were inexpensive in the way I see them for what they are. Good morning, Leslie. Yes, exactly. Although I don't know that she bakes. Her mother and her grandmother are very good at baking. But yes, oh, hello, Miss Lisa Atley. How are you? So, sentiments. I grabbed out something fancy, and I maybe thought nothing fancy, just love. Other options: bottled happiness, overflowing with happiness. And then charming sentiments. I know, I will tell you a story about scones in just a second. If I don't, Nicole, let me remind me that I need to tell you about scones. And those of you who are in America, you call them biscuits, but they're better than your biscuits. But anyway, so charming sentiments. I was thinking of using wishing you everything wonderful. So we have wishing you everything wonderful, overflowing with happiness, or nothing fancy, just love. So I'm going to need some voting. We're not there yet, but they're my three options. Okay, so they can go just here for the moment. Good recipe. Yes. Well, Nicole, you can message me that recipe. That will be wonderful. Hello, Kimberly. You've missed not much. You've missed looking at the tea towel inspiration. Hey, Shirley. And you have missed what I'm using that you're going to see anyway. Bev is voting nothing fancy, just love. So I like that. I'm going to flip around and then actually, scone story. I'll tell you this face to face. I don't know how it came up. Lavender and I were talking about scones. Lavender's a very good savoury cook. Very good cook. And just doesn't do precise baking well. Has tried to make things before, and baking, you have to be spot on precise. But very good at baking bread. Very good at baking bread. Tuck it inside the gift for an extra special surprise. Ooh! Oh, Nicole, I could do it up nice and pretty and print it out, although my printer's hating our basic white cardstock at the moment. Oh, Nicole, yes, please, thank you. Adding to this, or I might handwrite it out. I might ask Mum too. She's got better handwriting than me. So we were talking about scones, and Lavender's, going on. I said, mate, the best scones ever, lemonade. No, Mum. I'm there going, look it up. So Lavender whips out the phone. I can't whip out mine because I'm talking to you on it. But whips out the phone, does scones lemonade, and goes, it's that easy. And I'm there going, yes, it's that easy. So toddle down to the corner shop, grabs a bottle of lemonade. We already had everything else here. I didn't even think to just use a cup to cut out the scones, but anyway, got a cutter from my mum because their egg rings were a bit too big, and made the scones and went, oh, they taste so good. It's like, I know. So I love opening my children's eyes to things I know, and I just assume they know because I don't bake. I don't do much cooking because I can't stand up for extended periods of time without a lot of pain. So I don't cook like my mum cooked. Like my mum used to bake things for family events and stuff. We had a lot more family events then when my grandparents were alive. But you know, they'd say, Margaret, can you please make your caramel slice? Can you make so-and-so's, there were family members, different recipes. Can you make those? So, you know, Mum and I'd be in the kitchen. I'd be helping out, making sure I was on that caramel saucepan. So Dad didn't get the caramel saucepan. That was mine. Ooh, that sounds very nice, Lynn. But yes, it's very funny when I have all this assumed knowledge and my children don't have the assumed knowledge. Don't know if it's a failing as me as a parent, but I just sometimes go, how don't you know that? But anyway, let's get on with the project. You now know the scones story, but there's been no repeat of the scones. So this recipe may be handed to Lavender, and I will say it won't be this weekend, but I will say, can I please have scones? So yes, and then, do you know what? I could show you the scones, but then I can't share them with you. So yes, let's flip around. Let's get into this crafting project. Sorry, I always forget one cord that's always over. Ooh, nice. So those of you who are not in Australia, New Zealand, England, do you understand what a scone is? Because I'm sure all the guys in the chat are going to be able to tell you what a scone is. Because a scone is not sweet, but you add jam and cream onto it, and it is luscious, and you have it as a Devonshire tea. You have your scone, you have your cup of tea. Oh, making me want to go down the road and grab one now. Yeah, exactly. That's true. My mum wasn't a stamper. My mum is a knitter and a sewer. Good. I knew the scones were the same in the UK, but definitely not in the US. Okay, let's flip around. I've had fun with this conversation so far. And look, we've been going for 12 and a half minutes, and we haven't even hit doing anything crafty. We've spoken about it, but we just haven't done anything crafty yet. I'm sorry, Bev. I'm making my own mouth water. I don't know about anyone else. Okay, so we have a Mr. Owen at the television because school's out. School's done. Actually, I need to move this because I like to see all corners of my paper. We had some lovely Year 12 musical performances today. It was a lovely morning. But I will say, I preferred last year's graduation because last year's graduation, the kids adored their year advisor, and as a year group, they got on together better. So it was people cheering for everybody, and I don't know. I won't tell Owen that, but I think it was nicer. Okay, I'm just going to hit the lights and close the door and tell Owen I'm live, but likely he'll interrupt. Hey, Owen? Owen? I'm on a live video. I am. I was just telling you. Okay, just us now. And if you didn't hear, Owen said we'll just close the door. So we've thoroughly been told off in the best Owen way ever. Need to go to the shop for lemonade and pumpkin. I'll just say, oh, thank you, Nicole. Please wait till I'm finished. I would appreciate that because I love having you here. Okay, so tea towels. Just for anyone who's popping in, card based on tea towels for my cousin's bridal shower tea. I don't know why they just didn't call it a kitchen tea, but that's okay. So we have this gorgeous one on top with flowering gum. So we can definitely incorporate some pink into here. We've got some eucalypt. So then we go on and we just have this eucalypt stem. They're rock cakes. Oh no, rock cakes are not good. And then we have this pattern on the back. So I'm going to have a look through the designer series paper and see what we can grab out. And we've got textured floral to add in our blooms. So, and I do have a kind of pattern next to me that I have also used that might work. Hold on. No, I can't grab this with my hands. Okay, so this, okay, no. Oh, I do love that background. No. No. This one might work. This one kind of, besides the fact it's got blue in it, but we can definitely add some pink flowers because this kind of has the same patterning in here. So this one might work. I don't think the trees will, but let me, no. Okay, I think that's all the patterns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I'm missing a pattern. 6, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So what does, so, okay. We kind of could use, we could use this. We could use this. So I think these are our 2. So we can go smaller or larger. Oh yeah, the top one is gorgeous, Bev. That's why I bought it. I was literally buying gifts for some friends that I'm going away with in March for on stage, and I was buying teacher gifts, and I go to I found, I'll show you, and then I'll show you the teacher gifts. So I bought this apple last year. It's story time all over the shop today. But, oh, the larger, Bev says, okay. So I bought this apple. It's polystyrofoam mosaic apple. And Owen loved them last year. Hey, Brenton, long time no see. Owen loved these last year, and they have them in a couple of different colours. And I said, well, look, Lavender gave red ones last year. It's like, Mum, do they have green ones? And I said, yes, actually, they do. So all of Owen's teachers, because a couple of the teachers overlap, 2 of the teachers actually overlap last year from this year. No, 3 actually. 3? Is there 3? 2 or 3. So Owen is giving green ones. So I was very glad that the shop still sold them and I could do them. So I'm obviously making cards to match these, and I have borrowed the Apple Harvest stamp set from my team leader to be able to do that. So there you go. That is that. My list of projects at the moment is rather full. Okay, so Bev voted for the larger pattern. So we did use this in a wedding card not that long ago. I embossed the background. We're not doing that today. We're using this, and we also voted to use the Nothing Fancy Just Love stamp set. So do we, because we've got different greens on there, we've got the blue in the background. I just want to check my colorings. So this is Winter Meadows. So we have, that is Blueberry Bushel, Garden Green, Shaded Spruce. So I'm thinking maybe some Berry Burst might look really nice, because I think Berry Burst, like if I put Berry Burst and Blueberry Bushel together, I think they may have actually even been in colours together. Hey Shirley, how are you? Oh, oh, cheesecake, actually stop it. That's David's favourite. I think these were together, but these go really nicely together, so I know this will work beautifully. Could I do, and then for the lighter pink here, I'm definitely thinking we might pop in some bubble bath. Just putting it out there, and then possibly if I grab back that Blueberry Bushel, we can make the Sentiment Blueberry Bushel. Because as you know, my normal go-to is to create a card from the top down. I don't know why I do it that way, but I do. Now, oh, I am also going to get out the dies that go with the textured floral. No, stylish shapes, no. No. Oh my dear word, we are going quite a ways back here. Radiating stitches, textured floral, there we go. This is in no order other than when I use something, it gets thrown back in the front. So I have no order. Now these dies look like they will work perfectly, especially like these ones. So whether I do them in vellum or whether I just die cut, I'm not sure at this stage. I'm not sure what Brenton's saying that works too, but I'm glad it works. For my major, was it my year 12? It might have been my year 12. Did I do cooking in year 12? I think I did. And I made this amazing cake. It was to die for. It was a raisin cake. So it wasn't a fruit cake, but it was raisin-ish. Now, textured floral. I kind of want to make this the height of a card. So then I know spatially what I am working with. So, yeah, I kind of want to keep as many of these berries as I can. So that's going to be a nice little scrap for something else. And we have this whole panel. Okay, so I just want to lay some things out. Kind of got these gladdies that might look good. Look at all my Australianisms here. I'm just thinking that this one might be a bit too big. But then again, how wide is this? This is 8.5 centimeters wide. Okay, so we can definitely hang this over, which is good. Sorry, I just need now what other color did I say was in here? Because I don't want you shaded spruce. I'm not a super huge fan of shaded spruce, but we do have garden green, so that works well. I kind of want to maybe step out of my comfort zone, but I also want to use like, I don't want to cover up too much of the beautiful background, but I want to add to it, where this Gladdy takes, so this is what I was, you know, kind of thinking I could do, like have this sticking out from behind there, and then just, but does it cover up too much? It's a bit hard even to see. Ah, the colour combo. Thank you, Brenton. Sorry. Sometimes you guys are talking. So what do we reckon? Is that too busy? I'm bringing it up so you can see. Is that too busy? Or do I just stick with like these two and then some like vellum kind of greenery? Or I think I just need to get Stampin. I'm actually thinking of doing the Gladdies in the Berry Burst, and then this one, the largest one, in the Bubble Bath. And we're going, I think, on basic white. So let's see if I have some scrap, which I don't think I do. I don't have big scraps. So let's just grab some pieces here. I've got some card fronts, so technically they are already scraps. They're ready to work with. And I'll just get started and then people can tell me. Oh, sorry, Bev. Yeah, I do have, like, if you have to resubscribe, I do have a bit of a short lockout, because one flower, one Gladdy. Okay, Bev, you are right on the mark for what you think will work today. Thank you for that. Yes, I was having trouble with some unwanted visitors, shall we say, in, oh, that's perfect. I love Bubble Bath. I cannot tell you how much I love Bubble Bath as a colour. It is just stunning. But yes, hey Bonnie, you're not too late. We have been going for a little while, like half an hour, and I've only just started stamping. No. It's just so if a troll wants to comment, they can't. They get jack of it and they run away. And I haven't had any problems with troll comments since I changed my commenting to subscribers only. So it's subscribers only, and there is like a minute lockout or something like that. I do have to change that every video. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, this is so nice. Now this one I'm going to have to stamp, and see, gorgeous, because this is evil colour with the fact I will get it everywhere. I wipe that off, just making sure I've got none on me, and I need to put in this little greenery to make the Gladdies work. So let's just wipe this off. Now actually, oh, those stamp sets can just stay there now. I am going to get Garden Green, but we're actually going to stamp it off just so it's not as good. Oh, thank you, Bev. Thank you for your support. It was, I think Brenton was definitely here, one of those videos we were getting trolls, and it was, after that I did add in moderators to my channel, just people that were here quite regularly. Okay, it's more kind of this way. so sorry. I should have done this first, but I think I pretty much have it down. That's pretty close. Woohoo! That is beautiful, just with that stamped off garden green as well. That was totally worth it, just to have that little bit of hang time. Now I will just stamp this one just to tuck in. Is that one a bit small? No, this will be perfect. So I think I'm going to stamp it off again because I really liked that stamped off look. Lovely, perfect. I'm just bringing in this here. I think we're looking good. Now my only is, what do I put in the center here now? I may ruin this completely, but I always feel this flower looks a little not finished without a flower center. So I know I'm going into the berry burst. Everyone hold your gasps. But I'm just going to have a look with how it looks like stamped off. And stamped off, I was a bit close. Stamped off is, oh God, is the perfect shade of pink without pink all over the rest of the block. Okay. Oh, we had a bit of a win today because the parents were at the graduation. All three lots of parents. Oh, done, perfect, very happy with that. Our 3 children, they're going, I'm not going to the school formal unless so-and-so goes. And they were all blaming each other. I'm not going unless they go, yada, yada, yada. And the parents were actually finally able to go, are you going? Will you go if that? And all the 3 children are going. So I'm very happy that Owen will have his rite of passage to go to the Year 12 school formal, which is at such a beautiful location. It's actually at a wedding reception venue up the hill from where we are. We kind of have a upper hill and a plateau where lots of produce is grown, and they've got lots of farmland and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm really happy. So before we cut, that is what I have cut out so far. I think they're going to work absolutely perfectly. Upside down, the flower you just stamped would make a great, yes, it would make a great wisteria. This is also, because we've got so many flowering at the moment, it's almost like a bougainvillea flower as well. I know they can be terrible pests, but the bougainvillea flowers are gorgeous. And there's a whole lot less of them. I think bougainvilleas were very on trend in like the 90s, 80s, 90s, and they're not so on trend now. And I do wonder if that is because people realised if they trailed them along their house, they can do a whole lot of damage. Okay, just need some dies. Now, if I move that plate there, put this here, I need 1, 2, and 3 dies. And I know I'm going to do this. No one heard that, did they? I did just drop a die on the ground. But yes, a beautiful wisteria this would make. I don't know quite if I can cut them out together. Maybe I can. Just got to get them lined up. Let me just grab my grabber, which has a magnet attachment on the end. So my grabber I can pick up all my dies that I drop. And I've been duly informed that I have a very excited grandson waiting for us to pick him up from childcare this afternoon, because he loves Louisa and he calls her Weezer. And it is so cute. He had this whole, like, wasn't quite a tantrum, but it was him being extremely demanding at his house, wanting his Weezer. It was so cute. So we'll have him for a little bit this afternoon because parents are working. Hello, Miss Lisa Sissy. How are you? Sorry I missed you there. Yes, Lisa A was here too. Okay. This die cutting is going to be close enough is good enough, because we're using this more rustic paper, so don't have to be super precise. Not that I am all the time. So 1, I didn't do a half bad job. 2, and this one doesn't want to come up. So let me put these dies straight back away, so then we don't have any more on the floor. This really doesn't want to come up. And I'm not sacrificing a nail. Okay, I think I will use this again, but I just want to do some laying out and seeing what we require next. Okay. Yeah, that can just stay there for the moment. So we've got this quite dead space here. So that's where I was envisaging this one to go. Obviously on dimension. And then we can, do you know, I could, no, I won't pop it down. Now, this, do I want to compete with the angle, or do I want to kind of go with the angle that this is? I think maybe I need to swap sides. Yes, I need to swap sides so we can go with the angle already in the paper. So we have a cluster of 3 things, which I think looks good. If I pop it up onto dimensionals, we're going to get that nice shadow effect. I will just give you, it's all just slid up a little bit, but you can get a bit of a look. Hey Maureen, how are you? That is so true, Nicole. The thorns on them are quite bad, aren't they? Yes, 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 yes. Left-hand side of the card is perfect. Thank you for that, Nicole. And then what we might do now, because I've still got that piece. Now, my question is, do I need like these 2 pieces in vellum to just differentiate our stamped flowers from the background? So I'd specifically be looking at these 2 because I think they suit the paper and the gift. So I'm going to stamp the Nothing Fancy Just Love on here, and then we're going to have to work out what we are cutting it with. You know, I have my go-tos, and I'm currently thinking in my head the stylish shape styles and just using a circle, but hey, I'm always open. Looks great. Yes, try them out. Yes, vellum wood, good. I am emotional, Maureen. Owen graduated high school today, so I'm no longer a school mum. Thank you all for supporting my love of vellum, and understanding how and why I use it. Because it is, people sometimes don't quite understand vellum and its uses, and I do, no, that wasn't inked up very well. Lucky there are two sides to a piece of paper. I'm thinking this may be a little dry, or maybe I didn't leave it on long enough. That's better. That's going to look really nice. Now, where are my handy dandy unconventional use of scissors? Because it's extension of my fingers. Can I tell you how actually close that was? Thank God for the corner of that ink pad. Oh, thank you. I will be, yeah. There were lots of photos taken. One of Lavender's friends was actually at the graduation because her partner is in Owen's year. Yeah, she took some family photos of us, and another friend who I've known her since all the kids were in kindergarten together. She took some photos of me with her kids, and yeah, it was just lovely. And I said goodbye to one of my teachers because now that I'm finished there, Mr. Britt and I, well, we kind of may have contact because I did randomly see him at one of Ivy's drama things. I was maybe thinking this banner, and the banner can come out from the bottom of the flower. I'm just going to see if it works. Because, you know, while we're die cutting, the next lot of die cutting I kind of want to do, get under there. It's not really working. I'm not sacrificing a fingernail for this. Too small. Yes, too thin. But will this next one be too big? Okay, I think they've kind of got a bit of adhesive on them as well from the original packaging. Because it doesn't need to be full length. I just need it to tuck. I actually really like that. So that's a yes. And we'll just pop that over there. The Nested Essentials are gorgeous. And because this is a special card for my very special cousin, she's not actually my direct cousin, but I don't have any direct cousins on one side of my family. So I kind of feel like she is my direct cousin, if that makes any sense. Can we make this work? I don't think we can. Scraps and scraps of vellum, which I love. Okay, this one on this one, right. I have all my pieces. I will bring back my die cut machine now and we can get all these cut out. Hello, Bobby. How are you? Oh, good. I'm glad I explained my use of vellum well enough because I have watched other crafty people, Stampin' Up and non-Stampin' Up, and I've seen the live chat and chat going, don't use vellum, you use it every card. And it's like, I don't use vellum for the sake of the fact it's vellum. I use it because it actually adds something to the card that nothing else will. Whether it adds the opacity that I want, or whether it adds a layer without adding bulk, or you know, there are so many reasons. And sometimes you just want the softness. Oh my dear word. Sometimes you just want to add a layer of something soft that isn't a solid colour. So the transparency certainly does give you that softness. Oh, good. I'm glad. Christine, did you love using vellum before you followed me or since you followed me? Yes, 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 yes. And even though I don't do shabby chic cards like Bev Evans here, I kind of do add, the vellum is very shabby chic in the fact it does add that softness and it can add the layer without adding the bulk. And that's what shabby chic is all about, the layers. So you can kind of add more layers without adding bulk. Sorry guys, I'm just waiting to see what that looks like on the screen. That I'm going to leave that exactly how it is. I'm going to pop in my plate on an angle and then just sandwich it down. Now I hold this so it doesn't move and let go once the machine catches. And if this isn't right, it's fine. It's perfect though. Absolutely perfect. Now I could use some ink to soften that up, but I kind of like that the sentiment will be a focus. Okay, that can go on the floor. I think we are up to assembly and looking at card bases. Question, Nicole, have you played with... No. Have I got the alcohol here? Yes. I just haven't done it. It's definitely something I want to do. And look, I played with alcohol ink and I own alcohol ink. And I played with that with Rachel Gregg. God bless her heart. She recently passed away, an amazing crafter who was local to me. I did a couple of classes with her at craft retreats and whatnot, but I did enjoy the alcohol ink class I did with her. Yeah. Okay, I will make an effort to use that very soon, Nicole. Now, my question to you, Nicole, have you tried it? Oh, yes. Oh, so you have tried it before. Oh, yeah. Alcohol ink is so addictive. And I think the thing that some people kind of struggle with is they have this look in their head. And every time you use that ink, you get a different result. And some people find it very hard to let go and just let it be. I am just putting these dimensionals more in the middle, giving me room around the outside so I can pop all these elements in, but I need to adhere something down first before I start popping everything down. Otherwise we'll just be shuffling papers around this and that will get us nowhere today. Okay, so in this area just here, so it almost looks like these sprigs go all the way up, but they actually don't, but we've just covered up that dead space. Now this is where I kind of want to play. Now I can trim these down. There's lots of things I can do to make these kind of different. Oh, well, that just broke. So, oh, the top, was it? No, it was just the bottom of it broke. But do you know what? I can definitely use both pieces. So that's good. Somehow the stamping gods have smiled upon me and I got 3 pieces of vellum out of stamping 2. Woohoo! Okay, so just some even, well, as even as I can here, just so we can get this down. It was so weird seeing all Owen's friends, because quite a few of them we've known since like they were in preschool together, and to see them as grown men and women, or the boys certainly are grown, and beards and all kinds of things. One kid had this huge full beard and I'm there going, oh my God. Now, does this one want to be flat? Now, we haven't tried our sentiment, but I'm going to have to cut it off. That's a good thing. The top doesn't have to have the embossing, even though it does on the die, because we're tucking it. Okay, now because I do want this over just a little bit, I kind of want the greenery covering that corner. So I now know where I'm going and what I'm doing. And I'm not inking. I could make these a lot softer. Oh, that would look nice. Oh, thank you, Bonnie. Yeah, he got an award as well. He got a merit award for modern history. So he came first in his modern history course, which we were rather chuffed. The first thing we did when we sat down was look at the program to see if he, it wouldn't have mattered if he got an award or not, but that was pretty much the first thing we did. So see, we just covered that corner perfectly there, and then we can put our vellum pieces from there. Just to see if he got an award, and we were quite chuffed. He did both modern and ancient history, so quite a heavy load. He's got some big exams coming up, and yeah, only he's not doing like 5 exams. I think he's only got 3 exams, which is pretty good. We think one of his friends only has 1 exam, which is like, oh my God, because a lot of them did outside courses and stuff like that. Okay, so that one there, that looks actually quite nice. So the vellum's creating connection here between the elements without adding bulk. See, I really like that piece of greenery there. I really like that one because it really does look like it's coming out from under there. So do I pop this over there, or do I just pop the tinsy one? The tinsy one works, actually. Tinsy one works well because I still see that, but I'm still got a piece of vellum. And then I've got 5 elements. Put the smaller piece on. That's exactly what I did. Hey, Claudine, how are you? Nicole, if only we weren't on opposite sides of the country, I reckon we could have an awesome play together with this. Smaller one looks best. Thanks, Maureen. Okay, glue dots. Haven't even thought of bling. Geez, this wedding card's going to have to be pretty spectacular if this is where we're at for the shower card. Dear word. Okay, so I want that on there, and whoops. So pushing that. So this is once again one of my unconventional uses of scissors, if my hands can stop. There we go. And if I would like, actually, I don't mind that vellum over the 2 of them there. Okay, now what I think I'm going to do is just cut the very bottom off this. Okay, grab another glue dot. I watched back a video last night and I didn't quite realize how tremory my hands have got recently. Okay, I have the glue dot there. It's going to stick there. Right. Use this as a lever. It's going to have to go under everything here, and then just want to try and get this it's not going to do it for me. Yes it is. Just want to pop that up and over, stick that down. Right, so we've got that softness, it's got movement to it as well. Now, card bases. Haha. Sometimes I wonder why I leave card bases till last, but I'm really happy with that. It's such a pretty, so pretty. So pretty. Okay, etiquette for a kitchen tea, because that's what I'm going to call it. Is the gift from me and Mum, or is the gift from Mum, Dad, me, David, and the kids? Oh, yes, Nicole, we could jump on Zoom. Yes, yes. Probably not in the next couple of weeks, but yes. It's a date. We can have a play. I kind of want to grab bubble bath to start off with. If I can. This is a stand-up job now, and hopefully I don't knock you lovelies over. But I'm going to stand here and we're going to try all the things. So, I feel that bubble bath is a bit too much. I'm going to leave it there, but I'm saying for me personally, that is a bit too much. I'm actually thinking that blueberry bushel might work.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
No, because I wasn't talking to you. Oh, wow.
Sorry, I didn't understand that.
that looks stunning. So that is Berry Burst. And let me just grab Blueberry Bushel. So we have Blueberry Bushel, which doesn't look bad at all. Yeah, I know, Bev. I was totally writing Berry Burst off. It was like, oh no, that's just not going to work. And then I was thinking, oh, maybe I should emboss or something the background. But I think it just needs to be cut down into a card front and used. Oh, and Lavender, because Lavender was invited, but Lavender's got to work. So she's working on a show on Friday. I know, who would have thought, Lynn? Who would have thought? And then I will put a, we might even, well, we're going to do an inside of the card. Please no one fall over. We are going to make a pretty inside of the card because it's a special card. And I also think I need to make a baby card because the wedding I went to a month or so ago, they were already pregnant. No, it wasn't a shotgun wedding, but that's just how all the timing worked out. And I think they thought they're going to have a baby before tomorrow because some things happened last week and they were thinking the baby is coming. Blueberry Bushel with bubble. No, not bubble bath, Lisa. No. But Blueberry Bushel matte may not look half bad on this, but I definitely love this. And I will grab back that little piece of Blueberry Bushel that I had, and I can make a mat and see what we think of it. Okay, using all the colours that aren't in my reach. Did you mean bubble bath as in the lighter pink or the darker pink, Lisa? Because I think we've got more than enough white. And I haven't got my bling pen here. I don't know that we need a whole lot of complicated bling. So I said this was 8.5. So if I go 9, I don't even know if this is the right height, to tell you the truth. I'm going for it. Is it the right height? Yes, it is. Or almost. Do you know what? We can trim off the card just a little bit. Okay, so with the Blueberry Bushel matte, or I could get the bubble bath matte, because I think a bubble bath matte could look good. Okay, so this is just for looking purposes. And I've got craft lunch happening to the side here. I know this is a card front, but we're just looking. Please excuse me. The blueberry matte. Okay. I know the bubble bath's nice, but we've got a whole big popper bubble bath. I think the cardstock doesn't do the card any favours. Okay. So, blue. Although, I was kind of thinking, do I want to go thinner? That's fairly thin as it is. And I will chop everything off, so it's just, there's no use wasting a scrap, but we can just put everything off. Okay, I'm listening, everyone. Everyone is Team Blueberry. Love it. Listening loud and clear. So, embellishments. Are you guys pro embellishments or no embellishments? Because sometimes vellum can be an embellishment on its own. Okay, that is flush to the bottom. Everyone came out of the woodwork with that one. As in, you guys have just been quietly watching. And you can see the vellum does just go over on this side, so it breaks the bounds of the layers, which is always very nice and pleasing to the eye. Now, some Winker Stella on the flowers, Margine. Ooh. Ha ha ha. Brenton, you're hilarious. I don't have any clear dewdrops. Probably the closest I've got to clear would be, iridescent is not great, will be the iridescent rhinestone. See, I've kind of got those clear ones here. I actually do have blueberry bushel embellishments. That's kind of why I said it. And I do like blueberry bushel. I just don't use it often. And of course, you know, iridescent rhinestones, but I think they're a bit too blingy for what we're going for. Same with the iridescent opals. Of course, we've got our normal rhinestones. A few basic rhinestones. Go back to basics, Brenton. I think the Winker Stella and a couple of clear rhinestone, like rhinestone basic jewels, could be the money, because thing is, we can always take them off. Can't take off the Winker Stella though. Oh my God, I'm knocking all my magnets off. Winker Stella. There we go. Thank you, Bonnie. Well, it's easy when it's for a special occasion. So I'm thinking putting a dot in all the gladdy flowers and in the center here. So nothing like over the top. Because this does reactivate the ink. So you've just got to be a little bit careful. So this will just be a hint. So it won't be in your face, but it will be there. Now, I do just wipe it off to get rid of any of that pink. So I've got to, oh, no, shimmer on vellum looks really good, but the wetness does make it come out of its original shape even more. So I did resist. Hey Jenny, how are you? Just at the end of the video today. Okay, so rhinestones. Now I want to sing Rhinestone Cowboy. So I'm just thinking around the sentiment, because we want some of the, and this sentiment is put on crooked. No, leave it. It's fine. No one yelled out to me it was crooked, so, you know, it mustn't be too bad. Sorry, I'm just moving this up a bit just so they're not so crowded. Then maybe just a tinsy one. Just a tinsy one up here. I think that's perfect, Brenton. Wonderful suggestion. Exactly. And actually I am doing, I showed a couple of you on Tuesday's video that I am doing something for their signing book. So yeah, I'm giving them a bottle of glue and these little pouches done, and they're sticking them in the book. Oh, we'll go and do the center. So I need a card front. I'm going to see how much ink we've got left, but I think I actually wiped everything off. So we will see. I did have a scrap piece of paper here at one stage. We did. And it currently is nowhere to be seen, which is currently not helpful when right now is when I truly need it. Okay, hold on. Do I have one over here? Yes. Sorry, guys. Oh, in a pile. There we go. I know I definitely have some green. Oh, no, I really didn't. Okay, where are my ink pads? Who stole them? No one stole them. It's all good. Okay, so I need to do probably the big flower first. Probably just a big flower and some greenery will be perfect on the inside. I don't think I need to add the gladdy in at all. And because this is such a soft colour, it can be easily written over, although I need to turn this over because there was a slight imperfection there. There we go. And that wasn't even stamped evenly, and it looks even better. So if you stamp on the inside, are you able to write over what you stamp, or do you write around it? Because I don't think it really matters. I think you should be able... Oh, that was a whole finger mark. Hopefully I just covered some of that finger mark up. There we go. Perfect. Finger mark. I don't know where that's coming from, but handmade, not hallmark. I will use a tinge of hand sanitizer in a second. Teenagerhood. Okay, just let me use a tinge of hand sanitizer, and I will add this center inside the card, and then we are done. I think that's the quickest card inside I have ever done, and I will probably put this card in a book or something, just to try and make some of that vellum a little bit lying flat. Oh, I could, yes, I could, Bev. Yeah, I might just do that. but I need to stick this in first. I didn't think of that while I didn't have glue on it, did I? No. Okay, now. There we go. Perfect. Thanks, Bev. What finger mark? And I didn't even get any on the extra cardstock either. Okay, that is the card inside done. Now, where's that bone folder? Just to give that a really nice burnish so it sits flat. So there we go. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that Winker Stella. Thank you, girls. I didn't know where this was going. Girls and guys. Sorry, Brenton. So what have we used today? We used the Winter Meadow paper. Oh, I never trimmed that at the top either. Damn. It's just going to stay as it is. It's handmade. So we used the Winter Meadow paper that I had left from the wedding card that I did a couple of weeks ago. We used the Something Fancy stamp set for the Nothing Fancy Just Love. We used the textured floral for all of our floral images. We also used the matching, I will grab it without losing any of the dies, almost. We also used the matching textured floral die set to cut out the stamped images, and we also used these two pieces in vellum just to add some softness to the card. And then for the sentiment, we brought in the Nested Essentials dies and just used this flagged piece, which added another little bit of texture and detail, but in quite a soft way. So if you would like to purchase any of these products and you live in Australia, you can do so via my shop link, which is in the description box. And we cannot forget our final details, which was some Winker Stella and our basic classic rhinestones, which I don't use much anymore because we have so much bling. Thank you so much for sticking with me. We didn't quite take an hour and a half, but there was a fair bit chatting today. So thank you for enjoying story time. Seemed to be full of lots of fun. Nicole, I will wait for that scone message to put in, and we should actually compare how we did. So this was the inspiration and this was the card. So you can see I took the light pink and the dark pinks, and I took the greenery as well. I did add in the blue because that was in the designer series paper, but that was certainly the inspiration for the card. So I'm sure she will appreciate it. Yes, I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, thanks for hanging with me. Thanks for my cup of tea, Nicole. Now I'll just await the recipe for the scones. And Nicole suggested to tuck the recipe inside, and she'll get a surprise later on. I may even use these stamps and write it on like a card front and have the stamps from here. And yeah, oh, that's actually a good idea. I might stamp that piece now, ready to write the recipe on. So thank you, everyone. I had so much fun as always. Have an amazing weekend. I will see you back on Tuesday, and the live will be on Facebook, and I shall pop the replay here on YouTube. If you missed my video last night, I had the first night Crafters, is it called? No, Night Angels Global Video Hop. So it is the video before this one. It's just a short little video using the Modern Garden stamp set. I hope you enjoy it, and I will catch you next time. Bye.